Once upon a time, in a distant land surrounded by mist-covered mountains and shadowed valleys, there was a small kingdom known as Eldoria. This kingdom was famous not for its riches or armies, but for a legend that enchanted all who heard it. Deep within the heart of the royal castle lay a mysterious relic known as the Heart of Glass, a delicate, gleaming crystal shaped like a heart that was said to hold extraordinary power. The Heart of Glass was not an ordinary jewel. It was created by a forgotten sorceress who had woven the hopes, dreams, and emotions of the kingdom into the crystal. It shone brightly when the land was at peace and harmony reigned, but it dulled and darkened when greed, envy, or despair gripped the kingdom. The heart was linked to the well-being of the land itself. As long as it remained pure, so too did the kingdom flourish. The king and queen of Eldoria were wise rulers who cared deeply for their people. They had one daughter, Princess Evelina, whose kindness was known throughout the realm. Evelina's heart was as pure as the glass crystal itself, and she had an extraordinary gift. She could feel the emotions of others as if they were her own. This gift made her beloved by all, for she used it to heal wounds, mend broken hearts, and bring joy to those in sorrow. However, beyond Eldoria's borders, in a dark and twisted forest, there lived an envious sorcerer named Malvin. Long ago, Malvin had been a powerful and respected mage, but his greed and thirst for power led him to darkness. He envied the love and happiness that flourished in Eldoria and desired the Heart of Glass for himself, believing it would grant him unimaginable power. One fateful night, Malvin cast a spell that cloaked the kingdom in shadow. The Heart of Glass, sensing the growing darkness, began to dim, its light flickering weakly. The once vibrant lands of Eldoria wilted, crops failed, and joy faded from the hearts of the people. Princess Evelina could feel the pain of her kingdom, and her own heart grew heavy with sorrow. Determined to save her home, Evelina sought counsel from the wisest sages and mages. They told her that the Heart of Glass could only be restored by the one who truly understood its essence, the power of selfless love and sacrifice. It would require a pure heart to rekindle its light, for the Heart of Glass could only shine when touched by someone willing to give up everything for the sake of others. Knowing what she must do, Evelina set out alone on a perilous journey to find Malvin and reclaim the heart's light. She traveled through dark forests, crossed raging rivers, and climbed treacherous mountains. Along the way, she encountered people who had been wronged by Malvin's magic, families separated, villages cursed, and lands left barren. Evelina helped everyone she met, offering kindness and comfort, never once thinking of her own safety. At last, Evelina reached Malvin's lair, a castle of black stone shrouded in swirling mist. The sorcerer, waiting in the shadows, was intrigued by the princess's arrival. He sneered at her, confident that no one as gentle and kind as Evelina could ever defeat him. Malvin offered her a choice: surrender the kingdom and its people to him, or watch as he shattered the Heart of Glass and plunged Eldoria into eternal darkness. But Evelina did not falter. She stepped forward and spoke words of truth and compassion. For the first time in years, he felt the warmth of compassion. In a final, desperate act, he cast a spell to drain the light from Evelina's heart into the Heart of Glass, intending to take it all for himself. But the spell backfired. Instead of stealing her light, Evelina's pure heart overpowered the dark magic, filling the Heart of Glass with a brilliance that had never been seen before. The crystal shone so brightly that the shadows fled, the land healed, and the curse was lifted. The kingdom of Eldoria was restored to its former glory, bathed in light and joy once more. Malvin, humbled and weakened, fell to his knees in tears. Evelina forgave him, Malvin renounced his dark ways, and vowed to spend the rest of his days helping those he had wronged. Evelina returned to Eldoria, where her people welcomed her as a hero. The heart of glass, now radiant with the purest light, was placed back in the castle, a symbol of the kingdom's strength and unity. And though many offers of marriage came her way, Evelina chose to remain a guardian of her people, dedicating her life to spreading kindness and love. The legend of Princess Evelina and the Heart of Glass was told for generations. And so, under the watchful glow of the heart, the kingdom of Eldoria thrived in peace and harmony for many years, ever protected by the light of selfless love. And they all lived happily ever after.